hooked one, I think. Really? Yeah. It is way too cold for turkey. Just shot that buck. Guys going to work. Welcome to urban hunting. Alright, good morning. It's October 17th. And I got set up in a spot that's near where I killed my buck last year, probably about 200 yards or so from there. I'm sitting at a spot that borders a national wildlife refuge where there is some giant deer, and I do believe my buck from last year came off of that property onto public, so I'm pretty deep in here. It was an awesome walk in. I took basically the beach of the lake in to this spot, and it's an awesome entry. Really, really good entry, and I had a couple snafus this morning getting in just because I'm in my saddle this morning. Still learning that, but just excited to be in the stand. Temperatures are in the 50s, so hopefully it's going to be a good morning. I have a good wind blowing out towards the lake. Hoping to catch something coming back to the refuge, which is down that way. Coming from this way. Going back to bed. Refuge is also that way, so we'll see what happens. You know, one of the things I love most about being out here is just being able to reflect and to pray and like to use my app on my phone to read some verses in the Bible, and just a really good time to be at peace with yourself and just be with God and enjoy this amazing place that He created. It's just an awesome feeling to be, 3 miles away from pretty much anything else. No other hunters, no houses. It's one of the great things about hunting that we often forget to talk about. The harvest of an animal is a very small percentage for most of us, and when that comes, it's a great experience, and we're very grateful for it, but it doesn't come often, and the most exciting part, rewarding part to being out here is just being in creation, so I don't ever want to lose sight of that. Well, it's been a pretty quiet morning, so I'm going to get down here and do some scouting on the way out, and just see where there's deer moving, see if I can find a spot to put a camera up and possibly a mock scrape. So I'm going to get down here in a minute and take a little walk. Well, get down, look a little bit around where I was sitting this morning. Just not a lot of sign. No oaks, and it is really dry, so it's tough to see tracks, but no rubs, no scrapes, just not a lot of sign where I'm at here, so I'm gonna kind of move my way closer to kind of where I was hunting last year and see if the sign picks up at all. So shot my buck about 50 yards from here. And just hardly any sign in here this year, but I did put a camera out, and we'll just have to wait and see what's cruising around in here. I probably won't come back in here until mid-November. I'm really going to get after it in here, so check the camera when I get in here and see what's going on, but I'm going to let it soak. Well, I just jumped a deer. I was bedded down towards the lake, and it's pretty thick in here. I was trying not to go through their bedding, and I ended up bumping them anyway. I don't know, I didn't see them. It was real thick in there, so it's either, I don't know if it was a buck or doe, but they're in here. So I get out to the lake, trying to get a different entryway also. I've got two entrances now to where I have my camera for depending on what wind I have going in there in the morning, so it's good, and it's a really easy walk as long as the lake water doesn't start to come up, which at some point it will as we get into November. So, but beautiful day. One of the things that swims around in the Texas waters, gar. Look at those teeth. So, just when you think you're alone, you think you found a honey hole, another hunter drives his truck to your spot, pretty much. So, nice fella. But said he's been hunting this area for 30 years, and they haven't seen much sign this year either. But nice guy, driving the beach out to, not my spot. I hate to say that because it's not my spot. Public land is everyone's spot, anyone's spot, which is the beauty of it. But no disrespect to him, but he said, we have corn over here, we have corn over there, meaning corn feeders, and I'm just not the feeder kind. Different kind of hunting, and I'm not too concerned with someone that's hunting over a feeder on public land. I tend to do a little bit more than the average guy, so hopefully it'll pay off again this year. All right, gonna wrap it up for the day. No luck, but always good to get out and just scout. It's still early for Texas. You know, our rut's generally middle of November to middle of December. So even pre-rut, there's not a lot of activity and stuff going on right now. So just wanted to get in there. I thought I had a good wind. I did have a good wind this morning. Did have good temps. But that's hunting. So we'll be back at you in the next episode. See ya. Take care.